Oh, shit, there is it. All right. So, all right, what do we do here? Okay, so just got done another mission. So this one was yeah, I was with Jaden again, but just me and her. So it's a little bit hard to read. I did do some exercise. So I theorized that what's going on here is that she's bad. Like her spirit is bad, and is basically trying to derail the process, you know. So so there's a story that goes along with that. So I was listening to I Knew You Were Trouble, because it's on the backside it says now I'm lying on the cold hard floor, right? Cold hard floor. So you got to connect that Jaden Smith icon up here, which has the lyrics "Young Jaden dying on the floor." So what? She broke my heart to the core. I guess we all gotta grow up. So you put those two together to come up with a concept that. But I'm acting with her on this hand that I may have shocked her and put her to sleep like her spirit, right? Now, I don't quite know the like the ramifications. Like, if I'm dealing with the one in the brain and I shocked her to death, you know, that's all right, because I'm just dealing with those atoms up there. Hopefully, those shocking her atoms to, you know, death didn't quantum teleport down to this universe and affect Jaden down there. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You know, if they you know, in theory, that's what they might that's probably why they were trying to get me not to work with her, because if I put her to sleep, you know, she's kind of like she could have a hand in trying to create that black hole, or a hand in creating the baby's spinal cord as a spirit, right? But if she's asleep, she can no longer do that. However, Jaden's spirit down here, who's you know, good, could take up that process. And, you know, there's so that way the baby's spinal cord is not being created by purely evil spirits. There needs to be a little bit of help from her spirits, which is the atoms in her body, right? So perhaps I may have shocked her. I don't know. But the reason why I say that is if you add it to this one here, the bear known as Hank the Tank, at the end of the video it says, now the bear can't bother anyone anymore. So if the bear can't bother anyone anymore, it's connected to, you know, Hank the Tank, because that was her grandfather's name, Hank the Tank. So I add that to Shank here, because if you watch blood in, blood out, Montana's death. He gets shanked by that guy in the prison cell there. So because that has the word Hank in it, I can only assume Hank's shank, right? Like Hank Shank. Like I may have shanked her. So the black guy says in there, now this is what you call a change of plans. So anyhow, I'm not worried about it. That's just the Adam. It's not the grandmother, right? So if I take Hank the Tank and then I add it to Fury, okay. I get a tank. So the tank here is Fury. Fury is like to be angry, right? So if I take the Fury and then I add it to a 1958 Plymouth Fury, Plymouth Fury, right here, 1958 Plymouth Fury, from the movie Christine, okay, 1958 Plymouth Fury. So the two have things in common. So now if I go Christine, we now have Christine, which is the it's about a possessed car. So in hindsight, it means that Jaden's Adams, from all the clones up and above, are evil, and they're basically causing shit up there, along with everyone else. So she's the car, like her clone spirit. Like her clone spirit knows that up there she's just a goddamn sex toy, and then down here, Jaden's Jaden, right? But yeah, she's pulling all the strings, man. Like if anything happened to Jaden, it's more than likely her own spirit probably did it to her, like from a clone, right? In that Tony Montana video, where is it? Where he gets stabbed there, he says, I haven't seen my daughter in 14 years. Just give me a minute, officer. So if this guy hasn't seen his daughter in 14 years, it's subtly hinting that she's not around, the daughter. So if we add that to 12 years a slave, well, we get 26, which just happens to be the age of a certain you-know-who. So, that's what it could mean, that, that spirit is causing shit, just basically getting rid of the mother down here. So, there's another story here, the Devil's Tower, I think so. Yeah, there should be quite a few. So, have you watched this Devil's Tower one here with the bear? That bear chases 7 young girls up onto that butte there. He's angry at them. That's a representation of the former mother and her family, because there's 7 females in that family. So I remember I touched on this lately before one of the videos. I said that it's theoretically possible that her family spirits have positioned themselves in such a way where there's so many clues pointing me to her that I don't focus on everyone else. I just pay attention to her, right? So more than likely, it's theoretically possible that her entire family up in the brain universe are in cahoots and are, with the bad guys, trying to, do us harm down here. So that's what the bear getting mad at those 7 girls represents. Me getting mad at that family of 7 girls up in the brain universe who are theoretically against their own kind. So now, okay, so that's pretty much it, but I'm supposed to add one more. So my hand here, it's really tingling, like right along the palm here, like right along here. I'll show you. Like right here, it's all tingles. Along here, it's tingles. Right here, it's tingles. So, so whatever took place, if it is that spirit, perhaps, there's something in my nerves that's like a little bit of nerve damage. But that's more than likely the AI and the spirits manipulating the electrical brain impulses in my brain to get me to do something. They want me to fear that I've hurt grandmother and want me to go for a run outside in the darkness, right? That just casts another one of their magic spells because I'm not supposed to be running high. I don't mind climbing the stairs, a couple times, but I'm not going to go for a run because that's different. So the climax that I just had, that's supposed to bring everything back to the way it was, meaning the shit that they got me doing with the chakras has now been erased. Now, I could do it over again, but I don't know if I will. So anyhow, they're taking my breath away too. They're making it hard to breathe because they want me to exercise and stuff, right? So that's the spirits. So I'm not going to play their game. Instead, I'm just going to play songs for them so they look like a goddamn idiot. So, anyhow, I want to watch Comfortably Numb because it talks about when I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like 2 balloons. Now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain it. You will not understand it. This is not something. So I have to check out the lyrics of this. So if I become comfortably numb, okay. See it there. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? It doesn't really hurt. It's just tingly there in the hand, right? So, there is no pain. You are receding. So, okay. If there's no pain, it means there's no shame to pain, which is mother's or my ex's first cousin. So there is no shame to pain. You are receding. So it could mean that I may have inadvertently put the evil clone spirit to sleep. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You're only coming through waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a fever. Like I get hot when I do my ceremonies. my hands felt just like two balloons. So, not this one, just this one. It feels weird. So, now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain, you'll not understand. This is how I am. I become comfortably numb. So, just a little pinprick. There'll be no more. There'll be no more. But you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up? Stand up. I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going through the show. This show that I'm making here. Come on, it's time to go. Meaning, we're putting my son is so we're gonna do the exercises in a couple months. Because it's time to go. These ladies are trying to get me to continue with their crystal meth and sinning, and I just can't balance the two out because I'm getting really, really drained from doing it. I've been at it too long. So I'm done. Almost done, because I still got another blast in the pipe, so I'll probably do one more tomorrow when I get up. But anyhow, AI and spirits, go ahead and play around with those brain impulses. I'm not going to do anything because you're the one trying to get me to do something, you goddamn idiots. So just stop already. I don't buy into that bullshit. Like I said before, I don't give a shit. The entire universe is gone, or anybody for that matter, man, because I stand alone. I told you this once before. You can't control me. If you try to take me down, you're gonna break. And I feel you're every nothing. So that you're doing for me. So I'm thinking you ought to make your own way. I'm guessing, I guess you guys don't have no way over here that if you make your own way over. So I stand alone inside. I stand alone. I do. Like, there's only me in this universe, but grandmothers and grandpas are on the outside, right? So, you're always hiding behind your so-called goddess. The Seven Sisters. That girl that I was just, working with in spirit. That's your so-called goddess. Doing all kinds of stuff, to trip me up and slow me down. So what? You don't think that we can see your face and resurrected back before the final falling? I'll never rest until I can make my own way. I'm not afraid of fading, so I stand alone. Feeling your sting down inside me. I'm not dying for it, man. So, everything that I believe is fading. Not me. I've accomplished my task, and I'll show you. So, there's those arrows again, guys. If you look at that bottom one there, okay, it's pointing that way. Whereas this one's pointing that way. So, if I'm to use this hand here, it's pushing stuff this way. And if I use this hand here, it's pushing stuff that way. So now that I pushed everything from this hand over to my right side, I got everybody on my right side. Nobody's on the fucking left. So put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it, man. Fuck, man. Just give up the nonsense already. So, you know, that's, I'll have to go with, irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. To the left, to the left. You know, like, to the left, to the left. Alright, so if you listen to Beyonce, this is basically about what I showed you there. Things moving from one side to the other side. You might want to look at Guns N' Roses as well. Okay? Maybe when I wake up, these fucking dumbass spirits will leave my goddamn nerves alone. Okay, so look at your young men fighting. Look at your women crying, right? Look at your young men dying, like they've always done before. So anyhow, my hands are tied. The billions shift from side to side. So there's billions going this way, and there's billions going that way, right? And the war's going on with brainwashed pride. So, for the love of God and our human rights. All these things are swept aside by bloody hands time can't deny. So, I guess I must have bloodied someone somewhere. And seeing as I am Father Time, I guess I can't deny that. And are washed away by your genocide. The history hides the lies of our civil war. So, you know, like I said before, if these clowns have some sort of plan to take over creation, you know, it would help if they had their spirits to do their work for them. But they don't have their spirits, and they're all inside of me. They can't do anything in creation. So their plan fails. You see that down there, guys? I don't need your civil war, AI, mankind. It feeds the rich while it buries the poor. You're power hungry, selling soldiers, those little fucking clowns that come over here and kill the men, take over their bodies, and then rape the goddamn daughters so they can create a fuck toy. They're like soldiers that come over here to create fucking bullshit, man. And then when my time comes, what do those same fucking pricks do after they, got rid of the little girls? They talk shit about me. So they're the power-hungry selling soldiers. Well, what the fuck is the human grocery store? That doesn't make sense, man. That's like a goddamn, like they're cannibals. Think long and hard about that. What the fuck it means, It means that little girls are being taken advantage of by a big old climax, which evil takes advantage of, teleporting 2 souls into that little girl after she dies. And then some clown, like 13-year-old girl or 9-year-old girl, takes the body over, wakes up in that body, and becomes, a lover for whoever it may be. The grandfather, the father, the brother, the uncle, who knows? Stepbrother. So, when your time comes to throw your fucking shit my way, just fucking remember that, man. What the fuck, man? Oh, one more. Power, what's the other one I was going to do? Ontarians are getting a government benefit payment this week. That's the girl. So, hey, man, I get no more dope, man. We're done. I'm done. So, so. I have one more song I was gonna play, but I can't remember what the hell it was. So, anyhow, I'll shut it down because I can't remember the name of the song. But maybe I'll do one for Olivia because I try to always end with one. So. As I'm chugging along here, so if there's any truth to that story I just talked about, the old mother and her evil spirit, and maybe perhaps somebody falling asleep and maybe having to wake up, well then as I said before, it's like, I don't know if that information is true or not, because for all I know, her evil spirit could have positioned all those clues to get me to think that Jaden is the mother of all creation, when in fact she's not. She's just a regular person, man. And all this goddamn time, it's always been Olivia. They're just, just trying to throw me under the bus, So make things a lot harder than it normally is. So I'm betting 10-1. If she has to come back in a clone body and we ask her, do you ever have a crush on me? She's going to say no. No, I never had a crush on you. Where the hell would you come up with something like that? Right? So that's how I'm going to end this chapter. I think that's what will happen. Because that's what this other girl's been saying. So perhaps it's true. It's probably her evil spirit manipulating everything to make me pick Jaden out, and then it's not even true. So I think that's what's going on, Jaden. I think I've solved the case. I think your spirit has just put all those, your evil spirit from a clone in a parallel universe has put all those clues there to, make my job very difficult in trying to find my soulmate. Because I could have been pursuing you. I could have been pursuing whoever, right? So, and not, finding Olivia, because I've chosen her 73 times. Out of 73 past lives. And as I said before, I'm from that $1 million baby. You gonna leave me? Never. I always have a way to try to work it out so that it works out in my favor. And what I just said, to me makes sense, but I won't know until, the shit hits the fan. But I already have a clue about it. So if you go to another Earth trailer. So if you watch this trailer here, Another Earth, basically this girl, she gets in a car accident, kills the family except the father. So she thinks she could make the father's life a little bit better. So she goes to apologize to the father, but loses her nerve and her courage. And she lies to him and does something unforgivable. So if you listen to that trailer, I've always tried to figure out what that means. So right now, it kind of means that the thing that has been done unforgivable is Jaden's clone spirit in a parallel universe pulling all the strings, to make me pursue Jaden when there's actually no love interest there at all. And it was all her, right? Her way to try to derail the process. So that's so anyways, the girl goes to apologize to the man, but she loses her nerve and she lies to him. So that's a representation of Jaden coming up to me saying, trying to apologize to me for, once the book hits the store, and then trying to apologize, and then lying to me and saying that she does have a crush on me when she doesn't. So that I'll get with her instead of, Olivia. And that is something unforgivable. But thank goodness I figured it out before, that happened. So if that makes sense, you're more than welcome to watch the trailer. Oh, yeah. We do, I like Ed Sheeran. I haven't heard him in a while. Let's go with this one, Olivia. Okay? Because in there they say, people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of a plan. So what I just talked about is kind of a rather larger umbrella plan that's part of Jaden, but not really, because she's an innocent bystander, theoretically, because of her evil spirit, who was the car, Christine, right? And the tank Fury. So, anyhow, girl, I'll leave you with that song, Thinking Out Loud, because it's about you and I. Falling in love in mysterious ways. Like I fell for your spirit fast and hard, and then now as I'm watching videos, as I'm teaching behind the scenes, I watch your stuff a lot, and I'm developing an emotional attachment to that aspect of you. And you're probably going to do the same. Like you're probably going to through these videos, I hope anyways, get a slightly emotional attachment. And if I don't play the love songs, you're not going to. So, or if I don't kiss the camera. So, until next video.